Hello and welcome to A Lady and the Frogs. So I am today I was hoping for a more productive day than I'm actually going to have, but I'm going to change my plans today. So I've done a load of photos. The only stuff which I had left, chink, was just a few trousers and then the lighter items which I was going to prep today, and then I was going to photograph them today. However, my husband is off sick. He was off sick on Monday, went to work, made himself worse, and now he's off sick again. And I was at work yesterday, so I couldn't utilise yesterday because I was at work during the daylight hours, and obviously when you're taking photos you need daylight hours. So I took all my photos on Monday, all the dark stuff, which I can do in here against the white walls. But the white stuff, which I've got, I don't like to put against a white wall. I like to do it on the back of the door, which is brown wood, just so that it brings out the details in it. And, it doesn't look like something white against white, which I just think is ridiculous. But now he's off again. So, yeah, he's really ill. He just keeps sleeping and sleeping. It's very weird. So anyway, I'm going to show you the bits that I've got here, which I've picked up in the last week. Yeah, I think Saturday. No, it must be like Thursday, Saturday, and whatever else I've been in. So I've got a few bits here, and then I've got to start working on my men's and making decisions about things. I need to make decisions about things that I'm going to list and whether I'm going to list them, because I know that these have got stains on them, which I have washed, but I know that there's still stains on them. This one has got pit stains, which in certain lights don't seem to show up, but in other lights it does. And then I've got repair jobs that I need to do, so I'm going to do them. And I have something that I've picked up this week, which I nearly didn't pick up, and then I'm going to commit to the stain removal on this, which I probably shouldn't. So things I've picked up. The first thing that I've got is this, which I shouldn't have picked up for £3. But some of the Miffies, I've had some of the Miffy soft toys which I've picked up before. I've got £20 for, but then they had a traditional Holland outfit, like a Dutch outfit, and this one is just a standard Miffy. So yeah, it's a standard Miffy, and I'm sure anybody who's my age will have read the books. I think they've got a cartoon now, I think. So anyway, I should technically get 15 for that, which is probably quite good, but not if you spent £3 necessarily. But then I am aware that I don't have enough stuff in my store, which is the cheaper stuff. Not that it makes a blind bit of difference at the minute, because I have been disciplined this week and I have been listing. I've got the majority of my stuff photographed. The stuff which was sat there from last week, I made sure that I got that on, because it was annoying the hell out of me, because it'd been there since Doomsday. And I put them on, and although there's watches, they have no intention of buying, but then, it's probably because they're in the same position as me, whereby they haven't got any money whatsoever. Got people hassling them for money, and what the hell. So anyway, bits that I've bought. So I'm going to get these on the ironing board today and prep these for hopefully Friday. And if Friday is my next day, which I can possibly do photos without certain people being around. By the time he wakes up, it will be dark. And I have this love-hate with the light at the minute. You can see the natural light that I've got here, but the natural light is, I can see my hands there on the wall there. So on Monday when I was taking photos, I had to keep closing curtains. It was just like me just closing curtains and trying to get the right light. And then, of course, at like 1 o'clock, when I had to stop and have some food and get myself ready for work and leave for work, you know, make sure that I was okay. At 1 o'clock then, perfect lighting conditions appeared, just to annoy the hell out of me. So, yeah, really irritating. I think a lot of this stuff is probably more like spring wear as well. So, I mean, maybe I shouldn't be rushing, but yeah, I do need to take a picture of this against the brown door black backdrop. This is Marla Wynn. This is only small size. The last time I've had Marla Wynn, well, I had Marla Wynn once and it did not do very well at all. And I was really irritated. And then I picked up something else because it was new with tags. And it was like 2XL. So it sold really fast for like £40 region. So I don't know how I'm going to do with these because I'm just like, I just don't know with this brand. It is a, this is a QVC brand, but it is also supposed to be Lagenlook. So this is just a dress, which has probably got marks on it, which I've missed. Maybe it hasn't. I need to be disciplined here. And then I've got another two things. So I've got a pink, you know, salmon pink vest. And then this, which probably is quite nice. This is why I was like thinking I might get on with my sewing jobs, because this is like a very basic sewing job. So that's like a sheer blouse, but the care label is hanging off. So obviously I just need to put a stitch through that, which is really basic stuff. But then I'm wondering if I should really get into any of my other sewing jobs, because I tell you something, this is one of the, now I know that I hate or that I moan about this time of the year, but my hands are shot. I've got eczema all over my legs. Not all over my legs, it's just, I sense that it's starting and I'm sort of like stopping it from happening. But so from November onwards, my hands have been dry and cracked. I tried to make them look nice for the wedding, and I sorted them out, and I put, you know, I've put like nail varnish on, and the nice, what I thought was the nice stuff, but it's Sally Hansen, and I think that this Sally Hansen stuff, is that right? Is that what she is? Hang on a minute, because it's sat on the table. Yeah, Sally Hansen. And this stuff has actually made it worse. This is a strengthening formula, and this has made my nails so brittle. It's unbelievable. So I have no clue what she's doing, because they're making my nails like paper, and they're making them sort of like all really bendy, which isn't something that I've ever experienced. But anyway, I've got really dry skin from working. Really weird. I mean, maybe I am just supposed to be somebody who is just literally on a computer, but you can see the dry skin there. And then on my thumb, I've got a cut there. I've got a cut there which has healed, and I've got another one on that finger there. I had another one on there. I mean, I've been doing everything that's required to heal these. Every time I go to work, they open up again, and it's such a basic thing, which you wouldn't think is causing this, but I have to take the cubes off the coat hangers and use the metal coat hangers, and lots of people do this, but for some reason, where I'm applying pressure on my hands, it is just splitting open my finger. Oh no, not on this thumb. On this thumb, it's gone there and healed, and and then I've obviously started like trying to do it in a different place, and then it's opened up a bit on there because my skin's so dry, and then another bit on there, and then on top of that, with my nails being so brittle, it's just so frustrating. But it's because of the cold. I just hate this time of year. So anyway, by and by of it all, that's one of the reasons why I'm not sure if I want to really get into sewing, because that will apply pressure in new places, which would just annoy me. Anyway, the Marla Wynn stuff, I've paid £3 for the tops and £5 for the dress, £4, maybe £4. I don't know. I've taken the labels off and put these on. I've then picked this up just because it's All Saints, and although I don't really like All Saints, and I always tend to find a hole in it or something or a mark, it does sell reasonably well. It is only a smaller as well. It's just everything that I shouldn't be, that doesn't fit in with what I'm doing. Right, these need to go in the wash because they're dirty, so I don't want to like wave these around. Fat face, size 14, regular jeans. I think they're flared, but the dirt is on the bottom, so I don't want to like start swinging it around. What does it say on here? Made in Tunisia, boot cut. I thought they were quite flared. Anyway, they're going in the washing machine straight away. £3 on them. Sometimes I sell my fat face jeans for the 30 region. Sometimes I sell them for the 15 to 20 region. I have no idea. I have no idea what they're doing. This is the thing I was like umming and ahhing about. So I'm going to have to wash this because it's disgusting. And this has gone on my spreadsheet-ish. I think I knew that it was a size 10. So obviously I've paid £5. I probably shouldn't have paid £5. So it's Berghaus. I can't sell Berghaus for love nor money. So there's the first pointer, and it is covered in dirt. It's covered in bits and dirt, but it is a puffer coat. It is a puffer jacket, hence why I've thought, I just need to pull myself together and get sensible. So it's got dirt on the cuffs, and the worst part of it all is you can't see because the light in here is so god awful. So it has. Why are you doing this? Why do you do this to me? Is that it? Yeah, you see, this is what I was doing on Monday when I was trying to take my photos. It was just like, I was like closing one curtain and then it was like too dark, technically, but then I was getting shadows. So frustrating. So on the collar, it is white, but for some reason it's not showing up on the camera. It's disgusting. So I am going to spray this and wash it. I have looked at the washing instructions. It says that I can machine wash it at 30. That's what it says. And I mean, it is genuine Berghaus. There's another mark there. I mean, that looks, you can't see that. That looks like a burn mark. Oh, it's absolutely hanging. I really shouldn't have bothered. And it looks like there's a logo there, which has come off. Does it? Or is that for repair? Oh, I just don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm going to wash this and I'm going to put it on auction. So I want to deal with this today because obviously it is the end of It's the end of January. It's the end of January, so I want to wash this today and I'm going to put it on a £10 start auction. I know I've paid £5, but then I just thought, money in the pocket is money in the pocket. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it on an auction because it is at the end of the season. So we're just going to do that. Some of them sell up to like 100 to 150, but mine, it is down. And the reason we can tell it's down is because the feathers are coming out of it. I've never got a down jacket that doesn't have feathers escaping from it. I must remember to take the tag off that as well. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to spray that with, and we'll find the marks, which basically are all over it. I'm going to spray it with, I'm probably going to use the elbow grease spray because it is really good at stuff. Okay, these are the bits I've got yesterday. These I haven't put on my spreadsheet yet. And just to prove a point that I don't just go to cancer research, these are actually from HMRC. Got it on the flipping brain. That's my other plan for today, is probably just list what I've got there, ready to go. Just try and get some stuff up and scheduled, and then I'm probably going to do my accounts. So yeah, this is not from HMRC. This is from YMCA. So YMCA are one of the neighbours where I work. So just down from Cancer Research. This is a silk bias cut dress, vintage. So this will be the third one that I've got from Monsoon, bias cut, vintage dress. None of which I've sold. So this is probably a mistake. I've seen people get the 50 region for these. So hence I just thought, God, I've got to do it. It's got the matching belt. It is really, really, really nice. This should look really nice on the mannequin. But I just don't know how well I'm doing for it. So I've paid $3.50 at YMCA. It is a size 12. I think these are true to size, even though they're vintage. You can tell it's vintage because of the label, because they obviously have a different label on that now. But yeah, this is 100% silk, so surely to God I can get the 40 region for this. You would hope. So I need to pop them on my spreadsheet. And then the other thing which I got in YMCA was this t-shirt. So this was in with the women's wear, but obviously it is menswear. And another one which, you know, I'm a bit like, oh, do I want to pick up or not? But generally it does sell within 2 to 3 months. So why not? It's pretty green, as you can see. And I've paid £3. But it is a small size. Oh no, it says medium. It does, it says medium. That'll probably be why it's in the women's wear, because you wouldn't believe it was a man's. But there you go. So yeah, I think that should be an easy 20. Oh, Pretty Green used to get some winning prices. So this needs to go on pretty sharpish because of what it is. Obviously knitwear. I think I need to wash this. Yeah, it's covered in dog hairs. Oh, people. Yeah, so a batwing, oversized jumper, which I don't want to come in contact with because it's got hairs on it. This is just annoying because now I'm going to have to hoover. So this, oh, blinking hell. I can't show you because the thing's in the way. Yeah, £4. Do you know what I mean? So it's cos and it's medium, but really nice style. Hence why I've picked it up. I've picked up 2 pieces of. Have I picked up 2 pieces of cos? Yes, I have, because I've got a pair of trousers. There was a menswear cos t-shirt, but I did decide to leave that because I don't think men's stuff is a winner when it comes to cos. So this is 85% wool and 15% Angora. I'm not going to put this in the washing machine because I don't trust myself. It doesn't need a wash. It needs me to get the sticky tape out and just take off all of these hairs. So let's put that on top of the carrier bag. Yeah, not great. And it's probably now transferred a load of guff onto the rest of the stuff which I've got here. Oh, good grief, that's got a label from TK Maxx on it, which tells me I've spent too much money on it. Story of my life. Oh dear. Yeah. So, sorry, the size label's all kerfuffled. I don't even know why. This is why I put mine on the ironing board, because I like to get my size labels all sorted out. Bright yellow trousers. Oh God, everybody wants a pair of bright yellow trousers. So these are Musto. Really quite pleased to find these. because I rarely find musto. So there we are. Oh, I'll tell you something. I am going to be so pleased. So at the moment, cancer research in Salford, we have a lot of people there who are training to, I don't even understand why on earth they have put the gun through this part. There are labels all over this. So there's a label there, there's a label there, there's a label. This is me who works, because I do this job, I've done this job. There's a label there, there's a label there. So what have they done with the plastic thing? They've fired it through the back of the trouser, so there's now a hole in the back of the trouser, because the plastic thing is coming out the back of the trouser. Even though there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and these. So there's about 8 different options of things in there. And even if there isn't, you can put it through this bit of the cotton, because you just stick the gun through and you press. But no. So these people who we're training at the moment, I swear to God. I mean, I'm trying to stay calm about it, but I'll tell you something. It's like being in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, trying to train people who are, you know, and it's doing nothing for, you know, my opinions about Wiganers. Yeah. So anyway, there's a new large cancer research shop that's opening in the Wigan area, and while they're shop fitting it, we've got the members of staff. So here's a couple of the insights that have like annoyed me. There's one girl who I've trained now 3 members of staff on the shop floor. Bearing in mind, I've only been there a year. It is a year this week that I've been in this shop, and now I'm training staff. And I don't think I've ever received any formal training myself. Just picked up on the job. So this one girl, on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, opened her pop bottle. First she slammed it down, and her pop bottle sprayed all over the till area at 9 o'clock in the morning. You know, which is one of those. And then she goes, "Oh, I don't know why that happened." And I'm like, "But you've just slammed a carbonated drink down and then opened it on all the electrical equipment that we've got over here." And then she just stood there, and I was like, "So are you going to do anything to clean it up? We're just going to just stand here?" I swear to God, they're stooges. I swear to God, this is something to do with Media City, and that's why they're there. And then the other day, I had her doing the sweeping up, and I told her to sweep it to the back door. She took it so literally that instead of stopping at the double doors, she carried on and swept everything from the shop floor over the carpeted area. And that's just 2 instances. And then when I see things like this, where you've got all of these label options and it's been fired through that bit, it just really aggravates me, because common sense is not a common occurrence. So anyway, these are musto. So I have to be glad that the person who was pricing this is not clued up, because £3 for musto is fabulous. Appointment to the Queen. Is it appointment to the Queen? Yeah, Her Majesty the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh. So obviously, if this was a coat, this would be an absolute winner. I don't know how well trousers do, but I should have think I can at least get 25 to 30 for them. But I've got a hole in the back of them now. Trust me, the frustration. I know your frustration when you receive things, you get things from the charity shop that have had you just think, why would you put the label there? The frustration when you're training somebody, it's there. So this is apparently, oh my God. So I picked these up yesterday. £3 for these. I'm not very good with poetry. I've got 100% cashmere poetry. Gone nowhere. But then I saw these. I saw that and I was like, well, it's got to be done, hasn't it? because it's new with tags. It's 55% linen, but it feels, you know, the linen is definitely the strongest candidate in terms of fabric content. Only a size 10, and apparently they were only £12.99 at TK Maxx. This is coming off. So it says £119. I could just like cut that bit off, but then that's even more suspect when you cut off the TK Maxx price. I did go in TK Maxx yesterday to look at their final reductions, but I just wasn't brave enough to buy any of it. I have done it before. I have gone to the yellow sticker sale and I have come home with stuff, but I wasn't brave enough to sink the money into it. They did have a Ganni dress in there, but it was very prairie style, and I've got prairie style dresses as well. I mean, let's face it, everything that I've got in my shop is not going anywhere. It's just becoming an aggravation. Most of my listings just feel like they're camped out. I am going to do something about this next week. I have annual leave next week. My intention today, I'm going to put some of this on the wash. Possibly just put aside all the stuff which I do need to do sewing, and then when this is healed, I probably will do the sewing that I need to do. I'm going to list a few of the things which I've got there ready to go, and then I'm going to make sure that my spreadsheet is up to date so that I can do a proper stock take of what it says that I've got in my stock, because my spreadsheet tells me all the stock which I've got, and then I can go through that and I know what to write off, because I probably do need to like redonate and get rid of some stuff, and make sure that everything that I've got on my stock list is actually here, and then try and work out what stuff isn't listed, which I don't know where it is. That's one of the reasons why I have a certain type of spreadsheet. I will do a video of it at some point showing you my spreadsheet in a little detail. I don't want to go into like massive detail. So anyway, yeah, linen trousers, obviously they can wait. They don't need to be listed now, but I will list them. £119. Who would pay £119 for poetry? But there you go. That's good for £3. I'll take the TK Maxx label off. So yeah, the TK Maxx stuff that I did see yesterday, that I was tempted. There was a Bowden dress, but it was a woolen dress, and I don't want to get stuck with a woolen dress. It was £9, and then they had some Ted Baker stuff that was £9, but it was off the shoulder. Like cold shoulder. I think they had one that was off the shoulder and one that was cold shoulder, and I do find it really difficult to put them on my mannequin. And if it's new with tags, I don't really want to model it either. And I'm not going to make a size 10 look good. I'm just going to be bracing it and ruining it. I can't realistically squeeze into a size 10. I can squeeze into a size 10. But, you know, I'm not a size 10. Yeah, I just struggle to put it on a mannequin, and I'm not going to, although it's only £9, I'm not going to spend that, because that would be just stupid. So yeah, those are just the bits that I've got. I've got some freaking Pyrex that's over there that needs doing, so I've got stuff that needs doing, and then I need to work my way through this. Obviously I'm going to put that coat in the wash. I may well put some bits with it, because these are things that were from that haul the other day. This I think I've made a complete boo-boo with. So this is the religion thing, which I was very reluctant about anyway. But I think that that's a bleach mark. There is a mark there on it. And I think it's bleach. So I've got my peg there, which tells me what it is. I mean, you can see it when it's on the mannequin. You can see it, and it's definitely there. It's driving me up the wall. So this may be an auction jobby. Really annoyed. So I've got stuff like that to give a go. This I think is the Machino thing, which has got a Guffey mark on there. I've got this Billionaire's Boy Club, which has got that I'm hoping is organic. It's got a mark on it anyway there. So this is my little trick. This is my little peg trick. So obviously I don't have to like then when I'm picking them out of this box, I have to go, huh? What's going on here? So I've got a mark on the sleeve there, which needs to come out because I won't get the best money for it. This is new with tags. New with tags, Ted Baker. It's got a hole in it. Really annoying. It's got a little hole in it there. So I've got all of these things which I need to sort out. This was actually something that was I didn't put in my haul. This is another. This has got hairs all over it. This is 100% merino. I've had this cardigan before. This is All Saints, but it's dirty. It's got hairs all over it. Ugh. That's got pit stains on it, annoyingly. So I've got to deal with that. So that I'm going to have to spot clean because it's what is it? Don't be a dimwit. Yeah, I haven't put the peg on this because what it is, it's got like marks on it. But because it's suede, I'm going to have to hand wash that. What's wrong with that? I think that just needs general freshening up. I've got the hand of the sores there, which needs a wash. I've got a jumper there that needs a repair. So I'm going to go through all this, put everything into repair piles, put everything into stain piles, get a wash on. We're up to date with our own laundry. Because I've always said this, laundry is a process. As long as you've got stuff, which is in the laundry bin, or you've got stuff which is in the, which has been laundered, which is in the drying process, which is on the airer, and then stuff which is, ready to be put away. As long as you've got that process going with your laundry, you're on top of it. And that's the same with reselling. Yes, I may have a pile of stuff there which is photographed, which you can't see. And if I move the tripod, it'll disconnect the microphone because that's what life is like. I have a pile of stuff there which is photographed. Go on, let's try it. I just know that I'm going to come a cropper. It's the connection. There's the alcohol. Last night I just felt like I needed the gin. There you are. Microphone's just disconnected. So now my lip sync will be out. Hello, I am a Netflix drama coming to you from Korea. Yeah, so that's all photographed. That's my stuff. I'm working through that quite quickly. It looks like a lot. It's probably only 25 items. It's only 5 days. If I'm doing five new items a day, it's only 5 days. It's just not. It's not enough. I find that it's really hard to keep on top of 5 a day, listing brand new, and I think that's the thing. It's a process. I have stuff in these boxes waiting. These are too much at the minute. This needs to be dealt with. And then I won't feel like I'm struggling. If I don't deal with it today, which I don't think I'm going to deal with all of it today, I'm just going to start on some of the washing and some of the repair jobs, the easier repair jobs. That's what I'm going to do today. And then obviously I've got time off next week where I'm going to do a full stock take and sort on top of things. So that's my plans for today. I'm going to crack on with this now because it's probably very frustrating now that my lip sync is out. So I thank you for watching and I will be back again soon. So please subscribe. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you to YouTube in whatever you have done that is now putting my videos in front of the right people. Something's happened in the new year whereby even though I'm not putting as many videos on as I used to, it seems to be putting them in front of the right audience. Who knew? Something's happened. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. And I will be back again soon. Tell you where I've got with this.